Alrighty. Good morning, everybody. Let me get my text-to-speech working here. And we're going to be on our way. We are going to be get started. Very nice. Got it. We're ready to roll. Good morning. It is Wednesday morning. It's 38 degrees here in Hampstead. Feels pretty nice out. A little wet. A little, it's not really raining, but it's misty. Misty watercolored memories of the way we were. Scattered pictures. Anyway, we've got 2 deliveries. They are both in the van, and we're going to take off here in 1 second. What? There's actually activity in the parking lot this morning. Strange. All right, lights on. Let's get out there and do what? We're going to pursue some happiness, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Let's turn that fan down. Boop, 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 boop. All right. I wonder, did I play around with it? No, I didn't. All right, let's see. Let's hit the road there. Real quick. I know I'm a little early. I'm a little early, everybody. Oh, no, that wouldn't work if I was. Okay, cool. Just get my bearings. Here we go. I haven't had my first sip of coffee yet. It's on. I'm gonna wait. I don't like to jump in front of these people. I like to let the commuters do their thing. Yeah, I think it worked. I think right now the windshield looks great, but I really do believe that that's going to be a challenge today. Yeah, I definitely should have gone for that. Oh, what a loser. Here we go. I know, I could have gone a few times, but I got delicate pastries in the van. You know what I'm saying? All right, here we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow. This song will wake you up. Got warm weather this week. I mean, from this point forward, I think for the next couple days, day and night, it just keeps progressively getting warmer and warmer. And then next weekend, it's going to really get. But it is going to be rainy, misty, showers. That's all right. It's all good. There's no snow on the ground here anymore. I think we might be done with that for the year. You know, there was a time when I really didn't like traffic circles, but they're growing on me. I went through that, resist change feeling for a while. I was like, what's wrong with a good old four-way stop? No, I don't like four-way stops. I don't like four-way stops. But I was like, what's wrong with a regular stop sign? But I kind of like them now. They are efficient. I didn't realize how early I was. I was really actually almost 10 minutes early. But they had everything ready. So all I had to do was write up the tickets and ready to roll. Got a little foggy. I have noticed as I'm riding around that our gas prices are right in that 309. I think I've seen them as high as 319. I saw a station at 319 this morning. Actually, that's the station where I usually get gas. So I don't know for myself personally, not for the van. I need gas for myself, so I'm not sure where I'm going to go today. I am stopping at the grocery store this morning. Got myself down to practically nothing at home. But I did that on purpose. I think today we'll go down the business route instead of getting on the highway. Just for something different. I want to see how they're doing with, they're building a Raising Cane's chicken. I think it's called Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. It's the full name. I want to see how they're doing.
Team C says looks like some rain is sticking around. Good morning.
Good morning, Mookie. How are you? My speaker on super loud. Came in loud and clear. Yeah, it is. It's kind of misty, a little foggy. And I think we are going to get showers most of the day. But it's warm. It's 38 degrees. I think we're going up into the 40s. Every day is getting a little warmer now. I think the same thing is happening for you, isn't it? You're like 12 hours ahead of us on weather. 12 to 24.
Cat.cs2 says, Goody morning, Craig. At Mukim C. This chicken has risen.
This chicken has risen. Good morning. Sawyer, how are you? I got a slightly early start this morning. I think I left the bakery 5 or 10 after 5. We got 2 stops today.
Team C says a new chicken place. Sounds good. I don't think we have that chain around here. Yes, it's going to warm up. At Mukim C says good morning to you. At justicat.cs2.
She is loud this morning. Rosie is feeling very boisterous this morning. Yeah, Raising Cane, I think they're growing quite a bit. Like they've opened about 3 or 4 restaurants in Maryland over the past year. And this one in Owings Mills, I think, is scheduled to open in May. So I got a video of a restaurant that opened in Eldersburg. They opened a Wendy's back in November. That's embarrassing. I still haven't put the video together. But I I think I'm going to get that done today, actually. I don't want to think about it anymore. I just want to do it, get it done. Because at this point, it's been open. There are people retiring from that store already. I'm so late getting this video out. But I was there on the grand opening. I like stopped by. It's part of the trip, the route, and I stopped by just to say hi to the people that were waiting in line. They were giving free food for a year to the first 100 people on their grand opening day. So I thought there'd be 100 people camped out. There were not. It wasn't quite as exciting. I don't want to ruin the surprise of the video, but I was slightly let down by the crowd. But I like Raising Cane. Raising Cane has very, very good chicken. I would actually put Raising Cane's chicken above Chick-fil-A. And that's not easy for me to do because I like Chick-fil-A. But their chicken really is.
QC says, were you in the top 100?
No. I had to work. So I didn't even know they were doing it. The Friday before, it was November the 1st, which was a Saturday. That was their grand opening. And I was driving by on Friday morning and I saw the sign. That's going to be part of my video, is when I discovered that they were having the grand opening. And then, so I knew I was going to be driving by there the next morning. And it was, I thought there'd be 100 people, but yeah, there weren't. There were maybe 30 people when I went by. Now, I went by at, my normal time, like a little before 6, maybe 6 o'clock, 6:15. No. Yeah, I guess that's right. Somewhere in the 6 o'clock range. And the store opened until 10:30. So I really only saw the people that got there and kind of camped out overnight. But you could have gotten there when I drove by, and you still would have been in the first 100. So I kind of want to do the same thing for this Raising Cane grand opening. I think they have a contest too. They normally do. But they only do 20 people. The first 100 people in line, sometimes they get, like some kind of merchandise thing, like a hat or something like that. And then they do a drawing for 20 people to get free food for a year. I'm going down the business route this morning instead of getting on the highway. I figured we could use a change. I figured we could use a change of scenery, and our change is driving behind a dump truck. So that's good. Oh my. Much more pleasant than the highway. Where are we going? Oh, good. We're going to pass them. There we go. They must be watching. Like, all right, we'll pull over. That's interesting. Are you going to get in front of me, or are you going to just sit over there? There you go. go. Yes, it's a weird looking turn signal.
Stacat.cs2 says we were a dump truck chaser for a minute lol.
We were. We were. Fortunately, it's early, so I don't think they don't have any trash in the back that was flying out at us. Speaking of Chick-fil-A, right there on the left.
Team C says the good news is that there are no snowplows out today.
Yeah, you got that right. I was starting to get very paranoid. Yeah, see, that gas is $3.19. Lots of 309s. So everybody's over $3 again now, but we've been here before. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, regular with rewards.
As we're at 5.9.
Ooh. Yeah, that's...
C says do you pay for the van gas and get reimbursed, or do you have a company credit card?
Well, I was using the company credit card. And then I discovered that the discount, because I started getting gas at BJ's, because as a member, I get a discount on their, they have a pretty low price, and I get a discount. But then I learned that I get an even bigger discount if I use my BJ's credit card. So like instead of 5 cents, I get 15 cents, or instead of 10, I get 15. I know it gets me up to 15 cents off by using my own credit card. So now I've started using my own credit card and getting reimbursed because it saves us a little bit more at BJ's. Plus, half the time I would forget to grab the company credit card. Like they have the, I'd have to remember on the way out that, oh yeah, I'm going to get gas today, and grab the card on the way out. But most of the time I forgot. Oh, there's a good price. $3.05. $3.05. It's a bargain. Sunoco. So actually, it's a win-win because when I buy the gas, we get a bigger discount. And I think it also goes toward my rewards points at BJ's. We're going. Whoa, now we're 325. Now, see, isn't that crazy? Like, why would anybody stop in there and pay $3.25 when you could pay $3.05?
Team C says, is this a different route?
This is a different route, yeah. So we're going really parallel. This is just sort of the business route. So the highway that we're normally on
Instacat.cs2 says, looked empty.
is off to the right. Yeah, it did look. That gas station. The highway we normally ride on is off to the right hand. Oh, what am I doing? Go over there. It's on the right hand side. It's further over. Right here to the left is where they're building the canes, raising canes. Looks like they're in there working. The whole building is in place. I mean, they're just working inside now. So I don't see why they wouldn't be done. I think they have it scheduled for May the 11th. Oh, yesterday my suspenders arrived. I have suspenders now. I bought them after our ride on Monday, and they arrived yesterday, or maybe it was Sunday. Whatever day we were talking about
Team
suspenders.
C says, I got gas at 3.09 on my way home from work.
Well, that's good. That seems to be a good going rate right now. Unless you're in California. But isn't most of your price taxes, though? Like, your gas could be so much lower, I think, if your taxes weren't so high. Is that right? Am I thinking right when I say that?
Team C says, are you getting a lighthouse tattoo and an axe? At justacat.cs2 says, that's really good at Team C.
I should get a lighthouse tattoo. That would be funny. I mean, you're definitely going to see me in suspenders, because I know NY Gal likes that. So I felt like it was only the right thing to do. It wasn't an easy choice, though. There are different kinds of suspenders, I learned. You gotta figure out, like, how wide do you want the straps to be? I went with 1.5 inches.
Instacat.cs2 says, did you get the wide red ones?
I didn't get.
At Team C says, I think California has special fuel blends and it costs more to refine. Plus they have a big gas tax.
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't think about the regulations on the gas itself. Yeah, so it's taxes plus the special blend. No, I got, it's like black with a gray stripe in it, I think is the one I got.
Astacat.cs2 says yes.
Coming soon. It's coming soon. And then you had to figure out like how they
PC says they wore a lot of suspenders on the TV show Hee Haw.
they did. You're right. They and you got to figure out how do you.
Astacat.cs2 says I just use the regular gas cause the other ones cost more.
Look at this steam of the smoke coming out of. You must be cooking something up in Lenny's.
Astacat.cs2 says Hee Haw.
But you got to figure out how you want them to attach to your pants, right? So, like, some of them had a hook. They looked like people were hooking them to their belt loops. But I thought, well, I don't really want that because what if I'm wearing pants that don't have belt loops? So I got the ones that like clip onto your pants. But there were a lot of decisions I had to make during that process. I didn't realize it was going to be that I was going to have so many choices. All right, let's see. Today's Wednesday. They should be there. There he is. Good morning. Thank you.
CS2 says my brother wears them for weddings.
Suspenders. I heard somebody's brother wears them. Assuming we're still talking about suspenders. People at the bakery, if I wear them one day, well, not if, when I wear them, the people at the bakery are going to be like, Craig, what are you doing? I did notice, though, that there were some like combo packages where you're buying the suspenders and a matching bow tie. I did not do that. But I thought about it. I wanted to get a bow tie. My nephew got married last year, and I wanted to get a bow tie, but I didn't do it. All right, am I good? I'm good? Yeah, I think I'm done.
Cat.cs2 says I tie the most perfect bow tie.
Yeah, I watched videos on how to tie a bow tie. It doesn't look too bad. It looks like something I could do. But I don't own a bow tie. I did when I was little. When I was a little kid, I had a bow tie. I find myself saying that a lot. Like when I was little, I had suspenders. I did. All right, Lenny's is done. Off to what a day. But I did. I had a bow tie, a suspender. I was a very dressed up little child. Stylish. I will admit, like, I was one of the last people when everybody was starting to.
Cat.cs2 says oh yeah, did I tell you? My brother called last night. He's coming back and I need to toughen up all. At Mooking C says I wonder if Craig is going to be one of those people who will snap their suspenders when making a point.
Well, I will be one of those people. I have to figure out exactly how I do that, but I'm going to do it. I'll always have like, is it your thumbs? You kind of stand there with your thumbs hanging on your suspenders. This could be a whole new chapter of my life as a suspender person. But why do you have to toughen up? Where? What's the up thing? Curious.
Cat.cs2 says and kick up his heels. At Mooking C says yes. Thumb action.
I need a piece of hay. Right? Shouldn't I have a little stalk of hay hanging out of my mouth? We've got hay around.
He says at the next delivery location, your opinion is on suspenders.
Maybe we should make it a surprise. That would be funny. Oh my. I was actually thinking that I'd wear a shirt over them and just like show you guys the suspenders, but now you're making me think. The other weird thing about wearing suspenders is like nobody wears their shirts tucked in anymore. Now I actually prefer wearing my shirt tucked in, but that's not really the way to wear them nowadays. Nobody does that. So you have to tuck your shirt in if you're wearing suspenders. I don't know what to do with that. Like, I guess I'm just going to have to I'm going to have to totally geek out. I can't be a semi-geek. Wasn't that kid who, that was another suspender wearer, wasn't it? Urkel? Was that his name? Urkel. He wore suspenders, didn't he? Urkel. This is a long light for no reason at all.
Cat.cs2 says even though I hate my brother, he is my favorite brother. He has work and he will come home safe, he said. He couldn't say bye to me when they left. No time. He said he traded his 2 beer cans to call.
Now wait a minute. You hate your brother, but he's your favorite brother. So that doesn't speak highly of your other brothers. How many brothers do you have?
Team C says I think you need to flaunt the suspenders as much as possible. For the holidays, put some LED strips on them.
Oh my goodness.
Cat.cs2 says lol 3 I don't like any of them lol just kidding.
So you have 3 brothers, and this is your favorite. Well, that's good.
Cat.cs2 says they're okay sometimes lol.
Are they older, younger, or both? Like, are you in the middle, or are they all older, or are they younger? I have 2 brothers, and I'm in the middle. Actually, I know one is older. I think you mentioned that before.
Cat.cs2 says I'm the youngest. The crybaby they said lol.
Ah. So they're all over. Crybaby.
Cat.cs2 says yeah you should put those fairy LED flashing lights on your suspenders like it Mukimsi said.
Hey, I did use the snowplow as my thumbnail, if you all noticed that, for yesterday. Snowplow will go down in history.
TikTok.cs2 says snowplow is scary.
Yeah, that one. Well, both of them were. I looked at the one that came over into my lane yesterday. That wasn't quite as
Team C says a
dramatic.
reminder of a close call.
I did see a pair of suspenders with cupcakes on them. That car has a few stickers on it. Look at this car to the left of me. Watch. They're covered with stickers on the back. See that? All right, here's the stop sign where you can never see whether I stop
Team
or
C
not.
says I think you should know that this is the longest conversation I have ever had about.
I was just shocked how long it took me to buy them. Like, I thought I was going to hop online and be done in a minute. It took me 20 minutes.
Team C says what style did you pick?
Sort of, they're they're kind of back going down the center of them. Okay, there we go. I think I'm back. I know.
TikTok.cs2 says bummer I didn't hear it. It buffered.
Yeah, I thought we were
Team
buffering.
C says same here.
Yeah,
How do they attack?
I stopped talking there for a minute, so you guys didn't miss anything. I figured we were buffering. So they're an inch wide, and they're black with a gray stripe going down the center of them, and they attach with a clip. Because I figured if I ever wear pants, like suit pants or something. I mean, the other suspenders were using like a hook that people were putting on their, like the belt loops on their pants. But like, sometimes you wear pants that don't have belt loops. So I didn't want to get them. So I got the ones with clips. I looked at, some were cupcakes. I didn't want to go with the cupcakes. I guess I could have, but for cupcakes, camo, I was thinking about camo. But I'm not going to another pair. If I decide I really like suspenders, but we'll have to see how it goes. You just don't see people with suspenders anymore.
Team C says, will you wear them with shorts? At justacat.cs2 says, will you wear them with a cowboy hat?
I don't have a cowboy hat. I mean, I guess if I had a cowboy, I don't really wear hats. Just not a big hat person.
Sean White says, good morning, I am out dashing.
Hey, Sean. You're up and out early.
At justacat.cs2 says, hey, OG Sean, make that money.
Yeah, I saw you the other day doing something. I forget what you call it. Where like it's like a big trip. Did you call it a link or something? That looked pretty cool. Almost like you were loading your car up with something. Like you were making deliveries. Didn't look like you were. I don't know if you were going to people's houses or not. I was confused, but it looked like a pretty good pay.
Sean White says, Dashlink delivering packages.
Yeah, that's what it was. That looks pretty cool.
Team C says, hello there. At Og Sean White, did I hear your name mentioned on a live news coverage YouTube stream? Sean White says, yeah, I like that. Sean White says, huh.
Huh.
Sean White says, what Mookie?
People are talking about you on live streams. The rain is coming. Do you hear it? It's starting to actually rain now.
Sean White says roads are very icy.
That's not good. We're finally. Are you going to warm up this week up there?
Team C says, I was watching a stream called Agenda Free TV, and I thought I heard the host thank you using your screen name. It may have been someone else.
Oh,
At Og Sean White says, suppose Tio.
Oh, you mean like on TV?
Plus 6448 says, good morning, Craig and everyone.
Good morning, Hala. Welcome to the
Sean
van.
White says, probably I tip then lol I like Steve. Cat.cs2 says, good morning at Hala 6448. Plus 6448 says, hello just a cat. Team C says, okay. I thought I heard your name. Team C says, good morning at Hala 6448.
I saw Tuber Chat talking about you one time.
Plus 6448 says, hello Mookie.
I didn't think we were supposed to get rain until later this morning. We are definitely getting a little now.
Plus 6448 says, that looks cool. The reflective lights on the road. At Mukim C says, Craig has made a critical life choice. He has purchased suspenders.
I did. I'm going to become a suspenders guy. No, I'm not. I am going to wear the suspenders at some point. To get some hay. Maybe I'm going to go to get some grocery shopping done this morning.
Double Gazy says the real question is with or without a shirt.
No, with a shirt. I think I'm going to be with a shirt. I got to get a stalk of hay. Is that what you call it? A stalk? What do you call one piece of hay? Stuff.
Cat.cs2 says, lol, good morning at Cameron's Ways Double Gazy. At Sean White says, holla. Plus 6448 says, remember that show with a guy named Rerun who wore suspenders. At Mookin C says good morning. At Camera Toys Double Hazy.
What's this guy doing? So there's a car stopped on the road there. There's a guy standing. Odd place to be having a conversation. That was weird.
At Hollis 6448 says good morning Sean. How you doing?
Okay, we don't need numbers.
Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says good morning all.
I can't figure out where the guy came from who was standing talking to the driver of that truck. Unless he was previously the passenger.
Sean White says good holla you. At Hollis 6448 says hello Cameron.
All right, Highs is holding steady at 309.
Hollis 6448 says all good. At Mookin C says was that show called? What's happening? At Hollis 6448.
What's happening? I'm thinking, what was the show called that had Urkel in it? That's. Are we still talking about suspenders? I think it was. I'm thinking of Urkel. At least the rain stopped when I had the delivery to make. That worked out pretty good.
Hollis 6448 says yes Mookie I couldn't remember the name. At Mookin C says family matters. At Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says what's happening was the show in the 70s with rerun. At Susaner 207 says it was called Family Matters.
Oh, look, I can actually look at the chat when I stop.
Hollis
Suzanne, good
6448
morning.
says and Mork and Mindy also had them.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
At Justicat.cs2 says good morning at Susaner 207.
Maybe I should get a shirt like Mork. Didn't he have like a colorful shirt? I don't remember. There was something about his shirt. I could try to become Mork. All right, hold on a minute. They opened the door. I gotta go. Gotta go. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good. I have the check here.
You got a check.
Yes.
All right, cool. Thank you very much. We got a check, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Guys just pulled up to the drive-through window. It's the quickest order I ever saw.
The rat sounded like a fair roller coaster ride today.
All right, have a great day, guys.
Team C says with suspenders, Craig has a good foundation for several Halloween costumes that most people will never recognize.
That's true. Oh, the rack sounds like a roller coaster. You're right, it does actually. All right, here we go. We don't have to get gas today, so we're back to the bakery. We're going to find out. I really don't think.
Plus 6448 says nice to get a check before your day off.
Yeah, I wish that check was for me. That would be nice. So I'm going to be surprised if there's much change in the decorations today. I'm not going to say that it's not, but it rained a lot yesterday. It's going to rain a lot today. So find out.
Justicat.cs2 says did they cut you the right amount this time?
It looks like it's probably right. Usually if it's off, it's usually because they're missing a day or something like that. Like they didn't include an invoice for one of the days. That looks like a pretty good list of dates.
Plus 6448 says it rained pretty much all day here yesterday.
Yeah, same here, right? Yeah, same here. Yesterday. And I think it's gonna be like that for a few days now. But it's getting progressively warmer, so I like that. Another pair of suspenders though, because I'm usually going to be wearing a black shirt for the bakery. I've got like 1 million black t-shirts, and I bought them when I started doing this. So I don't know if the black suspenders are going to look right on a black t-shirt. I don't know.
6448 says the wipers sound like an old man snoring. At Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says Mort's suspenders were rainbow.
Oh yeah, they were. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. It is an old man snoring. I picked up an old guy at the last delivery. It's not, the windshield wipers are fine. There's an old guy actually snoring in the passenger seat right now.
Sticat.cs2 says black on black is nice. Monochromatic look.
That's, yeah. Maybe that'll be a good way to kind of ease into it. They won't stand out so much.
Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says a nice teal would look good with a black t-shirt.
Teal would be good. Oh, we're getting all out rain now.
Sean White says you finally lured someone in the van, let's go. At Hollow 6448 says I am sure they have donuts or bakery themed ones.
They do. They have cupcakes. I didn't see donuts, but they do have cupcakes. I might go ahead and buy the cupcake one. I saw it. I put it in my cart. I think I still have it in the cart. I just didn't buy it.
At Hollow 6448 says, but why are you looking to make this change at this point in your life?
NY Gal
At Cameron's
brought
Ways
it up.
Double Hazy says Craig has just opened up a whole new category for Christmas presents. At Nuking C says make a post with a poll and let chat decide your fate.
Oh, that's true. I could do that. I could do that. No, I bought the suspenders because a couple days ago, during one of my rides, NY Gal told us that she was happy to see a gentleman online wearing suspenders. I think he was a firefighter though, right? With an axe. So it probably isn't going to have the same effect. But it just gave me the idea that maybe I should get suspenders. And so I did.
6448 says that's it. Craig picked up an old man, gave him a cookie laced with something, and he suddenly passed out.
Yeah, these cookies.
Listener 207
These-
says, so you're right up there with some historical figures. Benjamin Franklin, Mark Twain, and Napoleon all wore suspenders.
Oh, yeah, see?
At Hollis 6448 says a lumberjack. At Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says wasn't he a lumberjack?
Oh,
At
yeah.
Nuking C
Okay.
says NY Gal mentioned being fond of a TikTok person who chops wood.
Yes,
He
yes.
wore suspenders.
It was a lumberjack, right. Yeah. That's exactly what it was.
Sticat.cs2 says thought it was a woodchucker.
How much wood can a woodchuck chuck? If a woodchuck, wood? Is that right? Did I say that right? No, it was, it was a spontaneous purchase.
Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says what about the muskrats? At Justicat.cs2 says oh. At Hollis 6448 says so that's why you want to get them.
Yeah, I had that visual in my head. Sounded like a good idea at the time. I'm starting to regret it. No, I'm not. I'm not regretting it.
Hollis 6448 says are you also in the market for a chainsaw and axe?
I have a little chainsaw. I have like a little tiny chainsaw. I don't have an axe. Maybe I do. I don't know.
Team C says only Craig would make a spontaneous suspender purchase.
I do have it. That would be funny. I have like a little tiny mini chainsaw. I just got it last year because I'm working on some trees slash
6448 says are you
weeds.
also working on a lighthouse tattoo?
Not a real one. I might have to see. Now you're planting ideas in my head. This is not good. I'm not going to get a real tattoo, but I might have to look and see if they have fake ones. My mother was a big lighthouse fan. She liked lighthouses. Not necessarily tattoos. She liked the real things, like actual lighthouses. What if I wear the suspenders standing
Sean
next
White
to a
says I have
lighthouse?
2 tattoos.
Do you? What are your tattoos? Where are they and what do you have? Are they visible to people who don't know you intimately?
Hollis 6448 says lighthouses are cool. There is a lighthouse museum here.
I could do a video wearing suspenders by a lighthouse. You know what I mean? Like, so instead of doing the tattoo, I'll
Cameron's
just.
Ways Double Hazy says so will we get a video of you cutting the tree with a mini chainsaw while wearing suspenders?
I'm thinking that could work.
At Sean White says Scorpio holding my son's name and bald eagle with American flag.
Oh, that's cool. Very cool. So where are they located? I'm thinking they might be on your arm, shoulder, chest. Like maybe we would have seen these tattoos if you had done your snow dive in your original plan.
Sean White says right forearm and left bicep.
Oh. The biceps, that one supposedly hurt. Does that hurt more?
Sean White says you would have lol.
We would. That's right.
Sean
Forearm?
White says forearm hurt more.
Really? Huh. I thought that area underneath would have been more, but
Plus6448 says you could just find the video that she was talking about and change it with your face. Save you some Amazon money.
oh, I was trying to figure out what you meant. I know what you mean. Yeah. I could have AI create it. I mean, that would be kind of funny. I'm not really going to do that, but it would be fun. And then I could buy suspenders to kind of match those suspenders, and just I could do one of those videos where I could say, who wears these suspenders better? You know what I mean? There's a lot of opportunities with this.
Austin says good morning everyone. At Paula6448 says does your bakery
Good
make
morning.
anything log? Like Swiss roll or something you could pose making a cut of one with axe in hand.
I could get like a yeah.
6448 says good morning Miss Austin.
Yes, they do make. I'm trying to think. They definitely make something that I could cut with an axe. See, I mean, there are a lot of ideas with this.
Cat.cs2 says good morning at Miss Austin. At Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says I think the mini chainsaw would be.
My guess. Be a little messy, probably.
Sostine says Holland just a cat hide.
I mean, when I say mini, I mean really mini. It's like you can hold this chainsaw in one hand. I don't think you're supposed to, but you could.
Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says perfect for bakery items.
That would make a good short. Maybe I should look for something in the bakery this morning and practice. I'll buy like, I don't know what it would be
6448 says
called.
remember that guy who would smash the watermelons and stuff on stage.
Yeah. Yes, I do remember. What was his name? I do remember him. I know it's not, it's, for some reason, the name Garfield. I know it's not Garfield, because that's the cat. But it was some name like that.
Sostine says Gallagher. At Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says Gallagher.
Gallagher, that's it. All right, see, I was in the Garfield area. Gallagher, yeah. So I could become the bakery chainsaw of some sort, but that is a good idea. I'll film myself trying it and maybe just make a short. And I'll wear the suspenders. I don't know. All right, here we go. I got a lot of traffic, so I can't really slow down, but
Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says the bakery chainsaw
all right,
massacre.
everything is still there.
Hollis 6448 says I don't think the size of the chainsaw matters, it's how you use it.
Well, you couldn't, I mean, for bakery items, you can't really have a full size, tree cutting chainsaw. That wouldn't work. I need a loaf of something. Well, the bakery.
Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says not with that attitude.
The bakery, they would make a cake for me that would look like a tree. I guarantee they would do it. Like it would look like a log. They would definitely do that. I'm gonna get something and practice it and see how it works. It's gonna have to come this. If I make this video, though, I'm gonna have to put all kinds of disclaimers on it because I'm sure it's a very dangerous thing to do.
Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says tonight, on a very special is a cake.
I could start doing like the bakery could make a cake. These could be the new gender reveal things, right? You could do a gender reveal. You make a cake inside is the color, blah, blah, blah. And then I come in with a chainsaw and cut into the cake. Because I imagine cake is going to fly everywhere when I do it, right? I mean, it isn't going to be... It's not going to make a clean cut.
Paula6448 says you don't actually have to cut it. Just pose like you are.
I could. But I think actually cutting it would take it to a new level. I don't know how we got here from me just buying suspenders.
Paula6448 says it ain't gonna be pretty. Cake everywhere. Make sure you are wearing proper eye protection.
Oh yeah, eye protection too. I don't want a big chunk of cake to hit me in the eye. It's a good point.
At Cameron Joyce Double Hazy says you turned into Craig the Cake Lumberjack. Paula6448 says will you scream out timber as it falls? At justicat.cs2 says oh my gosh Nigel was right. These suspenders.
It's gonna be good. I think my little chainsaw would work. Okay, I have to look at that. Well, I'm really gonna look at that today. Let's see. Are lumberjacks the guys that run? Like there'll be a log laying in the water and they can like run
PC
on the
says
log.
get one of those plastic toy chainsaws.
And my back, I think I made it back. Is anybody there?
Team C says back.
Excellent. All right, everybody.
Paula6448 says he wants to be the first American Cake Jack. At Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says we were in a loop. At
Yeah.
justacat.cs2 says, I like your haircut.
Oh, I did get it. I did. I cut it myself. I do that myself nowadays. Ever since COVID. All right, so it's Wednesday. Tomorrow I normally don't work. I think I might go out tomorrow. I have an appointment. So if I do that, I might loop around. I might do a live stream just to drive by the house so that we don't miss a day. But I don't think he's going to be doing anything today. It's going to be raining all day long. So, all right, everybody. It was fun. I'll put those ideas together. I'm going to stop at Walmart and see if I can buy a play chain. No, I'm not going to buy a play chainsaw. I'm going to do the real. It's going to be the real deal. So, all right, everybody. Have a great day. Stay dry. Stay warm. And I'll catch you tomorrow.
Team C says, thanks for the ride.